Good morning, it's Kinninigan. Please share, like, subscribe. I might get kicked off YouTube for telling you this because unfortunately that's the whole point of this video. We have a government that was founded by the people, for the people. I'm going to give you a history lesson. In 1776, England and their magistrates who were ruling over this colony here, the 13 colonies, were out of fucking control. Not only with taxes, there was a very infamous British soldier, because I actually know my history. He went by the name Richard Gage, if you ever heard about him. He had gotten so point, um, his tyranny was, that's the perfect word for this, is tyranny, got so bad that they were publicly torturing colonists in the public square, just like the Church of England has done for many years. Taxation was out of control. And basically these magistrates who basically did whatever the fuck they wanted. And the whole point that the colonists originally came to America was for religious freedom. Why is that important? Well, one of our founding fathers, William Penn, it's actually from my city, men must be governed by God or they will be ruled by tyrants. I've often told you, we cannot coexist with Luciferian pedophiles, period. There are a lot of people getting pissed off in this country about different things. One of the main things is the fucking lack of anyone getting arrested from the Trump administration. The Jeffrey Epstein files, nothing being done with that. We had to listen for 4 years of bullshit about Democrats, Hakachinikin. There goes a Jewish word for you. Because, yeah, we're going to talk about Israel for a second. No one else wants to talk about the Jew in the room, but I will, okay? And I'm saying this because, yeah, we're hearing a lot of rumors like they can't release the Epstein files because of ties to Israel. What the fuck is Israel doing on Epstein Island with a bunch of pedophiles? I thought Mossad was created to hunt down Nazi war criminals. You know, I'm getting sick of this you're anti-Semitic. No, fuck that. All right? I'm telling you the truth here. There was an insurrection in this country at one time, but it wasn't January 6th. No one showed up with fucking guns that day. That whole thing, and here's the most important thing. All the Democrats involved in January 6th are going to burn in hell. You want to know why? They broke the commandment about bearing false witness against your neighbors. Democrats have to break every one of the fucking 10 commandments to stay in power. And what do they push for? The murdering of children, abortion, illegal immigration. I don't know if you know this. A U.S. Air Force recruit, she was a woman, was just murdered by 2 Venezuelan illegal immigrants. You know, like the piece of shit gangbangers that Democrats are trying to get back from Venezuela. Can we hold these justices responsible for the death of that woman? We should be able to. So here's your history lesson here. There was an insurrection in this country. You want to know why communist, pedophile, Democrats keep trying to take your fucking guns away all the time? You have a God-given right to bear arms. It was given to us by our Constitution. California, even my city, Philadelphia, with their bullshit concealed carry laws are fucking illegal, period. Do you want to know why California has such strict gun laws? That's so China can establish a beachhead in California when they attack the United States. Sounds crazy, but that's the fucking thought process. And California bent over and let the CCP dictate their policy. That's what else is going on in the United States. It's not just Israel. It's fucking China now dictating our foreign policy. So let me give you a little history lesson here. And I don't give a fuck if I get kicked off YouTube for this. I'm going to give you links. Because in 1946, they actually made a movie about this incident. But what's amazing is you don't get taught this in modern history class. No modern people want to talk about this incident. But in 1946, there was a corrupt local, probably fucking Democrats, who stole an election in Athens, Tennessee, and patriots took up arms and overthrew the corrupt idiots. It wasn't an insurrection. This is what the Second Amendment was actually written for. So let me tell you what happened. The Battle of Athens in McMinn County began and ended August 1st, 1946. Following a heated competition for local offices, veterans in the insurgent GI Nonpartisan League took up arms to prevent a local courthouse ring headed by State Senator Paul Cantrell and linked to Memphis political boss Ed Crump from stealing the election. When Sheriff Pat Manfield's deputies absconded to the jail with key ballot boxes, and remember that local Democrats, that's their only fucking source of power. They don't have the military behind them. It was a local sheriff. Remember that. Key ballot boxes, suspicious veterans took action. A small group of veterans broke into the local National Guard armory, seized weapons and ammunition, and proceeded to jail and demand the return of ballot boxes. Remember what happened in 2020? When supposedly Joe Biden got 81 million fucking votes? The Cantrell Mansfield deputies refused, and the veterans, now numbering several hundred, opened fire. The ensuing battle lasted several hours and ended only after the dynamiting of the front of the jail. The surrender of the deputies did not end the riot, and the mob was still turning over police cars and burning them hours later. Within days, the local election commission swore in the veteran candidates as duly elected. The McMinn County veterans have won the day in a hail of gunfire, dynamite, and coup d'etat. And it wasn't an insurrection. That's what the fucking Second Amendment is written for. Okay? First, so you had World War II veterans who had just come back from fighting actual fucking fascists, the Nazis, to come back to find out that in their own local election in Tennessee, a bunch of corrupt piece of shit politicians, with the help of a corrupt sheriff, were trying to steal a local election, and they took up arms against them. And the veterans didn't do anything wrong. If this would have happened today, you had fucking Democrats on there saying they're trying to overthrow the fucking government. Blah, blah, blah. This is why pedophiles and Democrats and other pieces of shit communist organizations are always trying to go after your guns. Why they're trying to gaslight you. I don't fall for their fucking propaganda anymore, and a lot of us are getting pissed. So, do we have any choices to make? Because a lot of us are not too happy with this Trump administration. I'm not saying it's Trump directly, but he's made some bad choices in electing people in certain positions, and nothing's getting done. A lot of people are getting pissed off, and I saw this comment on a video. You got 100 million well-armed Americans who are tired of this shit. Try about 300 million Americans who are tired of this shit, and we got 300 million Americans who need to watch this movie to know that it is in your legal and constitutional authority to fight tyrants, period. Men must be governed by God or they be ruled by tyrants. We cannot coexist with Luciferian, pedophiles, secret societies, and I even blame our founding fathers to a degree. I know some of them were Freemason. I know that you're preaching to the choir here about secret societies, but I'm also pissed at our founding fathers for ever building fucking Masonic lodges in the first place. Not only that, but let's be honest. Let's talk about the Jew in the room. Ever since we helped Israel, and the three world wars were planned by 33-degree Mason Albert Pike. They were mass human sacrifices. They were to set up the state of Israel, which will eventually be used to usher in the Antichrist. I'm not sugarcoating shit here, but I'm getting kind of tired of it. And people think that there's nothing we can do. You're not voting your way out of this. We're not going to fucking sit back and hope that Trump picks the right people to actually enforce the fucking law. No, this is what the Second Amendment was written for. And I'd hate to say it, but there's other quotes by founding fathers. Andrew Jackson. The tree of liberty must be watered from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. I would upgrade that quote and say it must be watered by the blood of pedophiles also. There is no angle that the other side wins and trying to defend Epstein shit not getting released, you're protecting pedophiles, period. I don't give a fuck who they are, how much money they have, if they're Jewish, if they're part of the royal family, if they're in a fucking secret society, or the second thing is going on. Yous are all playing a fucking game with the American people, right up to Trump. And if that's the case, yeah, keep your powder dry, because you're not voting your way out of this. All I know is these people ruling over us, like these corrupt local activist judges. One, they're breaking the fucking Ten Commandments by putting out illegal injunctions against Trump for his. Why? Because they're lying. And that's violating one of the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not lie or bear false witness. So if you're a corrupt piece of shit judge and you're doing that shit, you're going to burn in fucking hell. But I'll tell you what, these judges, they ain't built like that. That's slang. It means you're not a real man, okay? They'd shit their pants if people took up arms and threw them out of that fucking courthouse. Who's backing the rulings of these people? Yeah, there goes another quote from Founding Fathers. You and what army? That was in Andrew Jackson, I believe, said that to the Supreme Court when they came up with a bullshit ruling he didn't agree with. He asked the Supreme Court, who's enforcing your rule? What army do you have on your side? Because I'm the commander in chief. I lead the military. So Trump has one of two fucking choices. Sit here and keep letting, we keep playing this fucking game. This is in response to, it's not against Salty Cracker. He was talking about the Bongino coming on Fox News again. All this shit that Dan Bongino talked on Rumble, everyone's calling him out. Cash Patel, Pam Bondi. He talked a lot of fucking shit on Rumble. Now all of a sudden, he looks like he's fucking castrated. And even Salty said it. We don't want to see your fucking face on Fox News. We want to see people arrested. Or tell us why you can't release the Epstein files. Be honest. A bunch of Jews from Israel's fucking threaten you? The deep state threaten you? Like, what the fuck is going on? You're supposed to go into government with the thought that you have 300 million armed patriots supporting you. This is what, So, do I have to say what really needs to be done? I don't want to lead that war. The FBI for many years, because of this same fucking situation, has done nothing but infiltrating local militia groups. And anyone who forms anything that could possibly contest the government has been demonized and basically screwed over because these fucking people are cowards. And the only way that they can keep their authority is by breaking everyone in the Ten Commandments, by propaganda, fucking gaslighting people, stealing elections, running blackmail honeypot operations on Epstein Island. If you need to fucking blackmail people into pedophilia to fucking get your way, you are fucking pathetic. And I hope you burn in hell. So I'll give you some links if you want to watch an interesting movie. The movie's on YouTube here. It's an hour and 39 minutes, the full movie of the Battle of Athens in Tennessee. And in case you did not know your history, because this is not taught in school. I wonder why. Here, I'll give you two videos. You have forgotten history. I wonder why it was forgotten. There was a time in this country where corrupt judges would have been pulled right the fuck out of the courthouse and hung from a tree. Just saying. We are a Christian nation, period. We cannot coexist with pagan pedophiles, secret societies, and Luciferians. What else do you want me to tell you? We got one option here, and it's not voting your way out of it. Because stealing is also breaking one of the Ten Commandments, and that's all the fuck they know how to do. So they got caught stealing in Athens, Tennessee in 1946, and Patriots did something about it. And those Patriots had all God, it wasn't legal authority, because legal rights can be taken away. It was God-given authority. to take up arms and overthrow a local fucking tyrant. Why don't they teach this in school anymore? Now you realize why I tell you, like, the CIA ran mind control operations starting in the 50s. They couldn't have something like this happen again. So what did they do in the 1950s to keep all these World War II veterans calmed down and not overthrowing all the fucking tyrants and the secrets? Oh, they came out with Elvis Presley of rock and roll music. Yeah, would you like me to make a video about the whole? I love music, but let's be honest. Music has been nothing but mind control for the past few decades. This is why they've gone through psychedelics and the fucking 60s and Woodstock, cocaine from the 80s, gangster rap. Now you got hip hop, which is fucking ain't even rap music anymore. It promotes Luciferianism and transgenderism. And the byproduct is you get pieces of shit like P. Diddy, who's fucking in trial right now. So what else do you want me to tell you? You can't kill reptilians with firearms. I don't think you can. They need to be killed spiritually. But we are more. Look, the reptilians are not your fucking immediate threat, and I'm telling you that as the authority on Alpha Draconian reptilians. Why? Humans who serve in their secret societies and wish to obtain quote unquote magic powers or engaging in pedophilia because some of them believe they're sublime prince of the royal secret. I know all the secrets of the Freemason. That's Transuguthian magic, the belief that you can become immortal by stealing the innocence of small children. Not all pedophiles practice that. They can't even spell Transuguthian. That's a belief held by very high level Luciferians, but my wisdom and knowledge of what they do is my source of power. Because they're not gonna fucking gaslight me. So I don't know. I'm telling you right now, we can't coexist with Luciferians because they're fucking parasites. And here's what I will say though: Democrats are going to get a lot more fucking desperate because they're losing their audiences, obviously. Well, when you push Luciferian values all day and you're in a mostly Christian country, it's no fucking surprise there. So I don't know what else to tell you. January 6th was not a fucking insurrection. Even if it was, we had every legal right to do it. I don't give a fuck what anyone on CNN says. Piece of shit. Propaganda is a sin also, in case you didn't know that. It technically falls under bearing false witness against your neighbor. So all those idiots on CNN and MS, they're all going to burn in hell. And the only thing about Luciferians that I despise, they'll take everybody else down with them. Oh, my soul's already fucking corrupted. I might as well corrupt every. That's why I call them like a parasitic. They're a cancer. And I don't know what else to tell you. You often hear me say Trump needs people in his administration whose balls have dropped. I, Shit, make me president. I'll fix this country up real fucking quick. I'll put the right people in the DOJ and FBI. Not I got another theory on why I'll say it. Is Dan Bongino a Prince Hall Freemason? I'll put that out there. I'm asking him. Does he want to answer me? And the only reason I'm asking that is he was an ex-Secret Service agent who said he was around Obama a lot. And Obama is a Prince Hall Freemason. So why wouldn't a Freemason who's covering up the fact that his husband is wearing a fucking dress and posing as the First Lady, why wouldn't he want to have Freemason around him in his Secret Service detail? Think about that one. So, do we have a choice? Yeah. Um, so, if you want to see the movies, if you're curious, I just want to read the comments here. Is anyone fucking... The reason this is not taught in schools is because the corrupt politicians know it could happen again. You're absolutely correct on that. This is why they gaslight you, trying to take away your scary assault weapons and firearms. And yeah, they can go fuck themselves, okay? If they were ruling the country legally, they wouldn't have to worry about fucking the Second Amendment or anyone using it. Just saying. Some people have never even heard of this event in history. Gee, I wonder why. But you heard about January 6th being an insurrection, right? Supposedly fucking Republicans were trying to overthrow the government, even though they didn't show up with fucking guns that day. And the only person that got killed was Ashley Babbitt when she was shot by a fucking Capitol Hill police. And remember, politicians in D.C., that's all the fuck they have is the Capitol Hill police, who were civil service workers. Um, the Second Amendment is to keep a tyrannical government in line. Remember that. And even William Penn said, if you're not going to be ruled by God, you're going to be ruled by tyrants, period. Tyrants are satanic and they're Luciferian. What else do you want me to tell you? Um, and then, God forbid, whenever, because they will, because no one will do anything about it. Then when Democrats steal the elections again and get back in power, they're going to arrest all the fucking patriots out of spite. It's kind of funny. Democrats went into power in 2020. How many fucking people from January 6th got arrested, including 85-year-old MAGA grandmas? Trump's been in office almost 4 months. Zero fucking arrests so far. What is going on? Yeah, I'm going to have to just make a whole video about quotes from the founding fathers. Like one of my favorite Latin one, Molin Abe, come and get it. That's in reference to the second commandment. Our founding fathers already knew about this shit. Wait, same soup, different bowl. You can call them different names. You can call them tyrants, Democrats, communists. It's all routed from the same source of evil. Small dick men who get off on fucking rolling over a bunch of people like fucking tyrants. It's a narcissistic high for a lot of these people. They're fucking worthless in real life, so they get off on stealing positions of power and getting in the government and dictating to 350 million people what to do. They get off on that shit because they're fucking pathetic. And so I don't know what else to tell you. But I'll leave these links. There's some movies you can watch to educate yourself. And this happened in 1946, right after World War II. Then they say, oh, we can't have this shit happen again. Oh my God, we'll never be able to steal elections again. Now we got trained fucking warriors from World War II coming back who actually fought real tyrants, who are better with firearms than our fucking corrupt, overweight, redneck sheriffs. Just saying. So they came out with rock and roll music, and they founded the CIA. Mainly, one of the main jobs of the CIA was to mind control its own fucking population. Yeah, thank George Bush and Skull and Bones for that one. So, good morning, everyone. Uh, oh yeah, that was the last video I made. Democrats want to get into podcasting. What the fuck? Yeah, that's the other thing that's pissing me off. How many fucking billions of dollars are going to be wasted on DEI, ESG, Kamala Harris and her $2 billion fucking failed presidential campaign. And I can't even afford to buy a fucking pack of cigarettes. And I'm getting very tired of just covering this shit. Um, Apparently, this is why money is a Luciferian construct and why they need it, because they have no fucking power without it. Our power comes from our God given rights, including the Second Amendment. Their source of power comes from how much Luciferian debt notes they could steal from people, which is why they were so mad about the Doge cuts. How else are they going to steal money off people? Yeah, they're going to steal your fucking tax money while they sit there dictating you that you can't have firearms, you can't say this, you got to let your children become transgendered at age 5 so they can't grow up and become military age fighting men so they can fight the real communists like China. 2, we're going to have to redefine the fucking word woke. I'm getting sick of hearing that fucking word. People don't even know what that word means. Yeah, like I said, they're just. All right. Anyway, that's all for my rant. God bless everyone. Any questions or comments, leave them below. God bless and take care.